It's the Wednesday wrap-up show at the Black Comic Lords.
What's up? What's up?
What's
What's
up?
going on, everybody?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. How about you, Paul? And
Angel has a completely different background. What's going on? You usually have like a wall with a Spider-Man picture. Now
You
you're looking.
realize you realize I lost everything in the hurricane, right?
Oh no. Okay, that's embarrassing. Okay, well, that's a sore subject. It
I
looks nice.
mean,
It looks nice. You're
okay,
back up.
yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. It's not mine.
Did everything include your comics as well? I remember seeing some.
Um, so yeah, I sent you pictures. Fortunately, most of my comics are okay. I lost 6 boxes.
Anything of any like severe significance?
Yeah, so my let's see, my Jungle Action comics,
Oh wow.
my Venoms, my really old Teen Titans and Justice Leagues. They all got completely soaked underwater.
Ugh.
So, and when I buy comics, of course, I buy as pristine as possible. So they are no longer pristine.
Yeah, I hate to
I'm
hear
so
that.
sorry.
Yeah.
Along with my furniture and a lot of other stuff.
That is like every comic book fan's worst nightmare, but more so just the fact that it's your home and all of your personal items beyond that. That really sucks. I'm sorry to hear that.
Hurricane Milton took almost all my stuff. Yeah, that was crap. And then so like when you do claims and everything, um, it's not what you value it's what someone else value it. So FEMA was like, "Oh, you didn't lose enough stuff, so we're not giving you anything." And I was like, "Okay." And then the insurance company, I'm still waiting to hear back.
Yeah, Florida insurance companies in Florida when it comes to hurricane stuff are fortunately not the best of people.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting and waiting. So
Well, I pray that you get some resolution of this soon.
Yes. Agree.
Well, let's check out who's in their chat. Kevin Pitt's in
So,
the building. Smooth approach. What's up, man? How you doing? Marwan Williams. Good evening. Smooth approach says what happened. Explained. Marwan Williams is sorry to hear what happened to you.
we got Wiseacre
Wiseacre
here.
Comics.
Hey, while we're at it, if you haven't had a chance to see our recent interview with Wiseacre, be sure to check that out, and also be sure to check out their website. I'll pop the link into the chat in just a moment.
Shout out to Frederick Littles. Wiseacre is mad slept on. You guys need to buy their comics. Half Dead Customs. What's up, man? I haven't seen you in a while. That's good.
what's up?
Amir, what's up? How are you, sir? Jay Wilkes, good evening. And Amir sends his blessings to you, Angel.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So what are we going to jump into first?
Well, I know.
I don't want to deal with any hardcore tough topics with people talking about it a week later, like we had last week. I'm still dealing,
What
I'm
are you
still
talking about,
dealing with
Paul?
all the hate mail, all the you BCL people, you do all things, everything wrong, and we hate you, and how dare you not say this and not say it this way and talk about this, and how dare you phrase it like this, and it's hard out in these comic book streets. I hope y'all realize that. You got to have a thick skin to do what we do.
Yeah.
Half
because
Dead Customs says they moved to the Virgin Islands or
he moved
St.
to
Thomas.
St. Thomas. All right,
Yeah,
that's what's up, man.
yeah.
Send us some pictures. Um, yeah, you gotta have a thick skin to do this because the thing about the internet and social media, people feel very emboldened to say what's on their minds to you in not so nice fashion that they would otherwise damn no not say to my face. Um, so it's pretty strange. But I thought it was a good discussion. I have no regrets
Hmm.
whatsoever. So yeah, let's deal with some just light fun stuff. It's new comic book day.
Yes, Comic Book Wednesday.
What do we got?
All
Last
right.
week was lacking. They gave us a break on our wallets. This week, not so much.
So let's
So,
see what you've got here.
first up,
Yeah,
Rodney Barnes hits us with his 20 pass rigor and Johnny Gatlin. Apparently, this is a thing. Both these books coming out the same week.
yeah. No, the number twos for both.
Number twos, yeah.
So
You might want to make it
yeah,
a little bigger so we can see it. Just scale it up.
there we go. I'll scale it up a little bit more. Here we go. Oh wow, it's not okay. Hold on. Further. Why is it doing that?
That's a pretty cool cover, actually.
That is a scary cover right before
I like
Halloween.
that.
That's kind of disturbing, actually.
Happy Halloween.
Derek still hasn't fixed these pop-ups. This guy.
Yeah, I've got a. I'm gonna have to
It's
give me a
pop up
moment.
life.
I have another issue I need to fix quickly. Give me just a moment. Just
Well,
tech
while Derek's
problem
doing that,
popped
we
up.
can.
Yeah. So
Do you want me to do it?
yeah. No, I've got it. I just had to had a little glitch on my screen that I needed to fix. Okay. There we go. Now if I can fix this, we'll be all good. Okay. So
I still have my issues from that right here in the stack that I haven't read yet. I'm so far behind. I would show you guys the stack of comics I have next to me, but quite frankly, it's rather embarrassing how far behind I am.
In reading, you mean?
In reading, yes, in reading. Because
I
I
don't
still
think that's
have
embarrassing. Wouldn't that just mean you are busy?
I got my Johnny Gatlin from last month I still haven't read yet.
what's up to Chillmonger? Smooth Approach says only bought one comic, Predator versus Black Panther. And Amanifesto says I requested that title at my LC, I guess, local comic book store. So,
So what else we got?
Paul, anything we want to say about 20 Degrees Past Rigor for anybody, people
I
who might
haven't
not know
read it
about
yet.
it?
I can't say anything. I'd be
Oh, you haven't read
embarrassed.
anything about it? Oh, but okay, but what you do know is it's in the Philadelphia universe, right?
It's a zombie book,
Yeah,
and that's all I
and
can tell you.
okay, and the Philadelphia universe consists of Johnny Gatlin, well, Philadelphia, Nita Hollis, Johnny Gatlin, 20 Degrees Past Rigor, and now I guess Blackula's in it, right? Yes
Blackula
or no?
and hopefully soon Elysian Fields.
Oh yeah, that's right. So
Elysian Gardens. Elysian, I
that
keep saying Elysian Garden.
yeah. So that's quite a universe that Rodney Barnes is cultivating, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. Okay. So
I missed Marwan Williams' comment. Some of these people are weenies. Yeah, pretty much, dude.
Weenies.
all right. So
I
let's
said
see. We'll just hit.
need to
We're gonna
grow
hit
up.
Johnny Gatlin quickly, right? Um, here's why is that picture not showing up? There it is. There's Johnny Gatlin.
Gunslinger who has been recruited by Corson, who is for all intents and purposes one of the main devils, to deal with escaped bad soul demons into the world. Well, he's kind of like the bounty hunter of demons. So kind of a dope story.
Okay.
Think a cross between Ghost Rider and Jonah Hex. It's probably the best way to.
Marwan says he purchased the first 20 past rigger online. It was hard to find a cheap price. Spent $1 shipping was $5.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why we pre-order.
Kevin Pitts slept on Johnny Gatlin. Yeah, I think some of those books are, might be going under the radar a little bit.
That's why we do this show, so because we can let you know what's coming up next.
Yeah, it's not
Yes.
under our radar, but it is under the general radar.
I keep telling you
So,
guys, I spend a lot of time cultivating this League of Comic Geek account for you. Just go 1 month into advance and then see what's there.
absolutely. Um,
Deadpool #6. Deadpool has a daughter. It's being written by my man Cody Ziegler. He's doing a pretty good job on it. Deadpool is dead, but spoiler alert, he comes back next month.
Oh, of course he does.
Yeah.
and this is a second printing of #6.
That's her and her taking over as the new Deadpool for like 2 issues before he comes back and makes
And
it
then-
irrelevant.
Okay.
Yeah,
And then,
exactly.
and Paul, one more, and then we may change gears for a bit. Okay.
All right.
And then
I
we've
am
got
flexible.
Defenders of the Earth, and this is one I know this one's coming in the mail for me.
Yeah, this is coming in the mail for me too. What's significant about this, this is Herschel's guy. He goes on and on about this is the first black superhero in comics.
Huh?
But what's interesting about this particular issue, it's the first, it may be, and I may be wrong on this, unless someone could please correct me. This may be the first solo cover for Lothar.
That's a
That's a
possibility.
good question. Maybe.
Let me specify. As Lothar, I mean.
Lothar.
I don't know. That's of course not taking into account that there was a series, The Phantom, where the Phantom was actually being played by Lothar, and so Lothar had his own series. That's why I said as Lothar.
I bet Herschel would probably know the answer to that one though.
He would, but absent all that, it's just a dope cover because it's an homage to the actual action figure, which I have on my wall somewhere over here. So that's the significance of that. It's just a dope cover.
Okay, dope cover. All right, but let's just take a moment out from the comics of the week because we do have a special guest that joined us backstage.
Again, last time we got a special guest, we got in trouble.
Oh, we have a special.
This is good. This is extra special.
Yeah.
Right. This better be a special guest because
Okay.
I can't deal with all the heat I took last week.
Without further ado, we bring to you.
Oh, it's Seb.
Web. What's going on?
Happy Wednesday, you black comic lords. How you guys feeling?
Hey,
Sebastian Jones in the house. Stranger Comics.
Good to see you guys. Thanks so much for having me. Happy Halloween, everybody. What you guys
Happy
dressing
Halloween.
up as?
I'm going to be taking my daughter trick-or-treating possibly for the last time because she turned 13 this year, so she's aging out.
Okay.
But I'm taking her trick-or-treating next year. She's dressing up as a Ravenclaw from Harry Potter.
Oh,
that's
nice.
cool.
She's
Is it a
excited.
specific character or just generic Ravenclaw?
Just a generic Ravenclaw character.
Nice. You know, when I was in Scotland earlier this year, so I got there.
Of course you were.
Visit a
I'd
lot
like
of
to
those.
love that. When I was in Scotland earlier this year.
It's not just me. Y'all are picking up on what this guy does. He throws
I was
shade.
hanging out with the descendant of William Wallace and Rob Roy and William Wallace, and we were sharing a couple of pints and had a couple of haggis, just as local Scots do.
Yeah.
Meat pie.
But it's pretty cool though. Like in Edinburgh, there are a lot of locations that clearly inspired J.K. Rowling in the book. And then there's one particular graveyard or cemetery there where you see different names on tombstones as names of people that are in your books. And then on the other side of this wall from this cemetery is like a school that would somewhat remind you of Hogwarts. So it's like a lot of that stuff all in one place. Really cool.
That's
If you're a
cool.
Harry Potter fan. But we're the Black Comic Lords, so you know.
I love
Sure.
Harry Potter. Shoot. I
That's
love me
cool.
some Harry Potter. So, Seb, tell me what's going on with Stranger Comics. You always got the
Been a
hot fire.
wild. It's been a wild few weeks actually. Hey guys, we did LA Comic Con. We did New York Comic Con, and just did the CamCon, which is the little mini convention at the California African American Museum in Los Angeles,
Right.
that Jennings helps put on. Last year was kind of cool. We had Ryan Coogler was on the first panel, and then I was on the second panel with John, Cody Ziegler, and Rodney Barnes. So it was kind of a big honor to follow Ryan, and it was packed. But so that was the last kind of like live convention festival that we're going to do in this year. Obviously, we continue doing our Thursday lives, our online events, which leads me to segues into tomorrow. If you guys want to pop on, we are having a little stranger Halloween. If you're, when you're on your way back from trick-or-treating, or you're on your way out, or you want to stay in and just avoid the crazy, we are actually dropping the first new Tales of Asunder with 66 copies. It was kind of funny because when we were at New York Comic Con, we were booth neighbors with John Carpenter's booth.
Oh, wow.
And which is pretty amazing. And so ironically, with Halloween approaching, for the new comic that we're dropping, Tales of Asunder, Confessions of a Demon, we are doing a exclusive Halloween homage.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay, that
Really
looks too
nice.
scary.
And you said how many copies of this were printed?
So, guys, there are just 66 copies of these, and they're going to be 25 metals. I was hoping the metal would arrive so I could show you guys.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There's a chance to get a Virgin edition for free tomorrow just by turning up. And there's going to be a 1-of-1 gold medal for somebody who just turns up. And I'll just print the one. So some lucky person is going to win a 1-of-1 gold metal edition. You get the Virgin editions, chances for that free tomorrow. And this tale, guys, is going to really significantly tie in to Niobe Shear's spirit. So for the new Niobe series that will be dropping, this is a great bridge, solo one-shot issue, complete story of how a fallen angel confesses his sins and starts to maybe gain a little power back. Now, if any of the Black Comic Lords can't make it tomorrow, we've actually put it on the website. If you want, you can go there now to strangercomics.com and obviously type in your discount code BCL and get 10% off this paper edition or the metal edition or both. All right. So, and if you just want to claim it from me directly, could do that now on this live. Send me a DM. These are $30 and there's only be 66 copies. That's it. No extra creator copies. So this is a very rare collector's edition. And it's the brand new storyline in the world of Asunder. So
is there anything significant to the number 66?
I don't know. It's Halloween. Stick another on there. So yeah. Anyway, I know there's some, usually some religious folks on here. So this is just comics.
Right.
Having fun here. So there you go. There's the Halloween exclusive homage right there.
Okay, so to recap, you got the BCL code, which is BCL, right?
BCL.
You can use to get discount. You can order one of the 66 comics if you get there quickly enough. And if you show up at the show tomorrow, you said you have a chance to get A virgin.
You can get a virgin for free on Halloween. That sounds all kinds of wrong.
A virgin
Sounds
copy of the
great.
book.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good Lord, virgin, which means non-trade dress.
I'm
Comic
watching
book.
us. I'm watching us get demonetized right now.
Right,
Yeah.
right, indeed. That's where
A
Stranger
virgin
Comics comes
cover of the
from.
book. Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, see, that's
Oh,
nice.
There's your
that's
version
cool.
edition right there. So you could come on tomorrow. If you want to jump on the website right now, go to strangercomics.com, go rock your order, drop in BCL. I guess I should write, unless one of you guys wants to put that in the chat or in the thingies down below. But strangercomics.com will get you a chance to get one of 66 copies. And if you come on the live tomorrow, either on YouTube Live, Instagram Live, actually the artist Richard Thornsberry, who painted this, will be a guest on the live tomorrow. And he's done a whole bunch of comic covers for us as well. So he'll be doing remarks and all sorts of fun stuff. So that's where you can get there. So yeah, I'm letting you guys know first, you BCL crew. So if you want to message me too, you can follow me on Instagram.
What just happened?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody's flipping through the charts while I put it on the screen here. There you go. There's your codes.
So there it is, folks. Yeah, so interesting. I was like, oh, I thought I was in the. Here we go. I'll just go over here. Hey guys, sub here. If folks want to join on over. But yeah, that's the latest, guys. So if you're a fan of Niobe and you want to get the bridge issue, Quincy, who co-wrote this with me, we kind of likened it to the scene in Heat in the diner. It all takes place in one tavern in Purgatory.
Okay.
That's what's up, man. You're so damn cinematic. It's incredible.
Thanks. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So yeah, it's a really slow burn issue with an absurdly, I'll say, delicious ending. It gets it really, the tension ramps and ramps and ramps up. That's gonna be on the next Kickstarter, so I thought I'll be fun and have an advanced Halloween homage.
Thank you for these, though, Seth.
Oh, look at that! You got the hip hop
Yep,
joints.
yep.
Look at that. Get me off the big
Hold on,
screen.
Paulus.
Show everyone the
There you
hip
go.
hop joints. Look at that.
Look, I got all these hip hop joints, man. I mean, look, this is like every comic I have wanted from the hip hop. All of them. Every
Yeah, yep.
single
Those covers are
one.
amazing.
Look at that.
Thank you.
These are my favorites right here.
The Tribe.
Because Tribe is my favorite hip hop group of all time.
Yeah.
What y'all know about that? That Wu-Tang is for the kids. DMX homage. And this one, which I'm
the
going
Branch
to
of
give
Fairies.
to my daughter
Your
tomorrow night.
daughter. Yes.
Halloween.
Hey. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Yeah, we're going to be doing a giant announcement for that very, very soon.
It's going to be my Halloween gift to our daughter tomorrow.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
thank you very much for that, Sebastian.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, thank you so much for the support. I mean, that's huge. Yeah, Brown Sugar Fairies. If you guys don't know, it's a beautiful book written by Aisha Sinclair, currently battling stage 4. All proceeds goes to her. Very big writer, very big animated movie, about to a huge announcement of him coming on to write and produce this with me, and then he's going to be directing. So if you want to go to brownsugarfairies.com, if you like fairy tales, go there. Excuse me, go there and pick up your book. But yeah, I'm really psyched for what's coming. Stranger Comics towards the end of this year, beginning of next year. A lot of fun stuff, including also. Are you sneak peeking? Are we sneak peeking it?
Go ahead, Derek.
Yeah.
Dr. Wizard.
Derek is so excited he's frozen in frame.
Oh no.
Our producer is frozen. All right, let me see if I can do it. Wasn't prepared to do this, but let me see what I can do.
I might be able to do it as well. Derek is back.
Mm.
He's back.
Is he
Hello.
back? Derek, are you back?
I am back now. It's one of my internet hiccups. What can I do for you, Paul?
We were talking
Pull up,
like
pull up our exclusive.
Oh, okay. All right.
so guys, just to preface this, if you guys saw The Woman King, there's an actress that played someone, without giving away spoilers, someone in The Woman King, big famous actress. She was also in Underground Railroad. This actress right here, Tuso Mbedu of Underground Railroad and The Woman King. She and I write the new Nabi She Tribe comic. That's our wraparound exclusive right there. So if you're a fan of Tuso Mbedu of The Woman King and Underground Railroad, she and I write the brand new Nabi She Tribe edition, which of course is why we did the Wu-Tang homage. The amazing Blade 2 homage, which you know Angel likes right there.
Yes, I do.
And
Never mind.
and that's
I need to
by
buy that
Kanan
damn
White. The
sword.
reason why I'm queuing that up, Kanan White, who also did our Blade 1 homage.
Oh,
Right.
Yes. I need
We have
that
a few of
sword.
these
I
left.
gotta save my pennies and get that sword.
Yeah, got to get the sword. So this is Kanan White, guys. Kanan White, who did the interiors of Nabi She Tribe and these covers, also did the Black Comic Lords exclusive of
ta-da!
Woo!
there it
Look at
is.
that.
I cannot wait. Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
So
That
guys,
is nice.
this is also on a Nabi She Tribe.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
And when is this one going to be available?
So we think what we're going to do is bring it available in Feb when we drop the next Kickstarter and make it we have the two different versions. We have this edition right here. We'll have the Virgin edition, and we'll have this is the She is Death edition, and we'll have the She is Life edition as well. So we'll create like an event edition, and then one that people can come to the Kickstarter and pick it up. I love that. Tusu Mbedu, she's amazing. She's amazing. We actually got flown out to Comic-Con Africa, and then we had a big celebration with her in Comic-Con Africa. Let me see if I've got... Here's the other one. If you guys, also, if you're a fan of Tuso, you can get the Treetail edition, which drops November 6th. If you haven't got your pre-orders in, you can go and pick this up November 6th. This is the retail edition by Tahani Farr. So if you're a fan of Niobe, you're a fan of Tuso, but mostly get that Black Comic Lords exclusive.
I have pre-ordered them all.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And for folks that don't know, you Black Comic Lords, like, who the hell is this English guy with this mop of failing 1980s rocker hair / afro? I don't know what's happening anymore. If you don't know, I run a company called Stranger Comics. We're known for doing The Wonderful World of Asunder, featuring Niobe Shear's life. We did that, of course, with Amanda Stenberg, who played Rue and the Acolyte. The Untamed, with the artists for The Last of Us and Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. All these wonderful books. So if you're we basically have tried to create a Marvel universe of fantasy where we say we're a celebration of the ceremony of Black culture and the world is invited. So that
Damn, this man's a poet. Seb's got bars, man.
Do you realize on the last Kickstarter, I had to write like 25 poems, and on the last shipments are going out this week, I had to like write very like these, and I realized I'm kind of melodramatic.
Yeah, but it's good. It's good. You're really good.
I use the term cinematic. You give words scope.
Ah, thank you. In reality, I think I'm, not really, like I don't move like a poet, but when I sit in front of a computer, I start to get into my my Alice Coltrane feelings,
That's what's up.
And then also, guys, speaking of music, which I know you guys dropped last time, when you get the Black Comic Lords exclusive, as I know you will, you'll go to the end of the book, and I'll show you from this amazing She Tribe homage right here. And if you Want to see what the interiors look like by Kane and White? You're like, the cover does look really good, Seb, but how are the interiors? Well, I'm glad you didn't ask, but there you go. Look at that.
Oh, they're
Look at that right
brilliant.
there.
The insides are absolutely brilliant.
It doesn't get better than that. It doesn't get any better.
No, it's just breathtaking. Some of the scenes in there.
In the colors,
Thank you.
man.
But yeah, they're really, really beautiful, these books. And you can scan this QR code, and then you'll be able to listen to the music that I wrote with Aisha, creator of Brown Sugar Fairies, who's the singer on the song. She's absolutely amazing. And we had Randy Jackson was one of our helped put all the production together. So pretty amazing stuff. Yeah, and if you guys are fans out there, just to kind of let you know too, if you want to get any of these trade paperbacks, we now have 7 for you Black Comic Lords folks that are on the live. If you want to claim all 7 trade paperbacks, I'll do these instead of I think they're $145. I'll do them tonight for $80. So if you say, hey Seb, I really want to get into Naibi's world, I'm on this live with you right now. I'm not going to stay on too long because I want you to also come over to my shit tomorrow. But also, if you want to jump on this Black Comic Laws exclusive, you can get all the trade paperbacks instead of $145 for $80. $80. Get into the world of Asunder, folks. And you can get stuff that looks a little like this.
Oh yeah, I love that. I absolutely love that.
And then show up tomorrow and you have a shot at a 1 of 1.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Metal.
Yeah, you have a 1 of 1. You have a 1 of 1 gold edition tomorrow on our YouTube live and Instagram live. And come and claim your Halloween homage. Only 66 copies of the brand new book that ties in Naibi death to the new upcoming Niobe She is Spirit.
Are you guys watching this? Like, wow.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to? And also,
purchase this?
What are you going to say, Paul?
Let them know again where they can purchase this.
Oh, yeah. So, guys, you can go to strangercomics.com. Go to strangercomics.com. Get all the goodies. Strangercomics.com. If you want any of the rare exclusives, anything you see tonight, too, you can always DM me. Follow me on Instagram. Hit the sub button here. If I say sub me, that could mean any kind of activities in the evening. Sub me here. There we go. So there you go. That's
more and more demonetized with Seb. I just do your thing, man.
I'm trying to like straddle the lines, as they say. But what I was going to share with you guys. Also, I've got some news coming very, very soon on the Untamed. Okay. So, folks that haven't got the original story to where it all begins is the Untamed, and that's this book right here. And if you know the video game The Last of Us, the lead designer did that for us.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So if you fans of the video game The Last of Us, he also did, let me show you some of the stuff in the back. This is actually while he was still in college before he went on to Naughty Dog, like started to help design.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
All the assets. So if you guys want this hardcover, guys, these are normally $60. I would do the hardcover for you for $40. So if you want to DM me, you want this beautiful hardcover of the Untamed where you first meet Niobe, I would do that for $40. He also did, let's see, here's a good one. Here's a Fua Richardson's, one of her early illustrations of Niobe.
Yeah, I like her work.
Yeah, she's amazing. Sheldon Mitchell. This is actually the Black Girl Nerds exclusive from way back when. These are like, we're in our 15-year anniversary edition of the Untamed Stranger Comics being in operation, which is pretty exciting. But Hyung also did these images
looks
here.
like a movie scene. That's so brilliant. Wow.
I was actually dressed up in on the roof, and that. Yeah, well, you know what's funny is because Sean Bean dies in everything.
Yes.
Yeah,
We kill him in the prologue in this book.
of course you do.
Because at one
He's like the
point,
white black Goliath.
right. We did an animation short, like a promo piece with Film Roman with him, and the first line I gave him was, "I was a dead man."
That's pretty cool.
So there you go.
Oh man.
So these are in the hardcovers, guys. So if you haven't got the Untamed hardcover, highly recommend it. Usually 60. I can do that for you for $40. Send me a DM if you want to get the hardcover, and I'll leave you with the pitch so you can guys get a sense of what this story is for the Black Comic Lords fans who are in the chat that don't know who the hell I am and why what I'm doing. So here's where it all begins, guys. In the Untamed. Would you damn your family to save the world? This is a story of a man who's stuck in purgatory. And after 10 years, the devil comes along and he says, I'll give you 7 days to reap the 7 souls that murdered you and your family. And he says, well, sign me up. He takes a drifter's return to a one-horse town in a huge world. As his memory comes back in broken shards, he realizes when he was alive, he was a bad man and maybe he deserved to die, but now he's on a path to save his family. On his path of vengeance, he meets a little elven girl called Niobe, and she reminds him of how old his murdered daughter would have been, giving this man a second chance to be a good man, even a father. He only has 7 days. The kicker is, what if she's one of the 7 souls he has to collect? And the devil set the whole thing up just to find her. Would you damn your family to save the world, or would you damn the world to save your family? Because if Niobe can stay alive in the Untamed, maybe she'll grow up to become our world's savior or destroyer.
I feel like I just watched the movie trailer.
Right? Exactly.
I just DM'd you, by the way. I need to get that hardcover.
You on the hardcover? You got it. Thank you. Paul, also, I can do no hard upsell, but if you do want all the beautiful hardcovers, including Niobe with all the extra goodies that we have in here. If you want, obviously I showed you Niobe, she is death. Thank you, Jay Wilkes. I appreciate that. The Dusu book, like all the hardcovers, guys, normally should be. Let me show you. This is a story of Niobe's tribe. We spent 7 years painting this book. This is what the interiors look like.
Oh man! Wow.
That reminds me of Tim Fielder's work.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a lot of love and care went into these books. So all these hardcovers as a collector's set, all 6 of them, should be $360. If you want this set of all 6 coffee table books, I'll do them for you guys for half price, $180. All right. So if you want the hardcovers as a collector set, let me know. $180. Who does the interiors? Great question. So I've got different artists around the world do different books. So this Jamaican artist from Jamaica, not Jamaica, Queens, Jamaica. He lives in Baltimore. He did Erathune for us, which is in the Scandinavian part of our world. This is the more recent one. Hyung again. Lead artist, one of the lead concept artists for The Last of Us, did a lot of these concept art right here.
What's the name of the Jamaican artist?
What was that?
What was the name of the Jamaican artist?
Sheldon Mitchell. Sheldon Mitchell. Yeah, he's amazing. He does She Is Death books as well. James Corey Webster out of Atlanta did these beautiful paintings of the Dusu book. Sheldon did these ones right here, which is, of course, the one that everyone falls in love with.
Yes, that's my favorite so far.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful stuff. Kanan White obviously does the Niobe She tribe, the one that I was showing earlier. which is going to be in the Black Comic Lords. Here's another spread.
Look at that.
Man.
Colors are amazing.
Wow.
And Ashley A. Woods did the interiors for Niobe Shear's Life. And when she
Oh, the
did
waterfall.
the classic waterfall, right, from this interior. Now, when we did this, Niobe Shear's Life, Viola Davis did the forward and the hardcover. It became the first nationally distributed comic book with a Black female author, artist, and hero in the history of entertainment. So, and Niobe Shear's Life is a piece of history. And Peter Bergting, out of Sweden, does the Untamed, and this is what the Untamed looks like. So if you grew up on those spaghetti westerns or Akira Kurosawa, imagine that mood and vibe, but set in a fantasy world. So if you guys want the hardcovers, I can do that set for $180 instead of $360. If you want the soft covers of all 7, I can do all 7 softs for $80 instead of $145. And I also have my collector hardcovers if you want to see them.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
You want to see it? Okay, give me one sec.
with the
Right
dust
here.
covers.
One sec.
Yeah. And while he's doing that, quick reminder: if you want to order anything from Stranger Comics, you can go to strangercomics.com, use the code BCL, and Seb also shared with us an upcoming Black Comic Lords exclusive cover. So there's a lot coming up.
Oh, I'm proud to have
a lot of
it.
goodies.
Oh, good.
Oh, wow.
So, guys, these are the Kickstarter editions, and you can see they've got kind of like a nice shiny foil, and they're a reversible dust jacket.
What? Come on, man.
And that one, now that wasn't Sean Bean, was it, on the back of that one? That was
No. To be honest, mate, that's me.
Ah, okay.
That's me and Amanda. I was like, hey, look, you know, I gotta get on a cover as well. I was holding a garden rake, and my son took a photo, and then we sent it to Hyung. There you go. So there's that right there. I'll show you the Untamed Killing Floor, which is the sequel to the first Untamed. It's just got kind of
Oh,
like,
wow.
That's
That's
Jay,
so
that's Jay Lee, isn't it?
pretty.
yeah, Jay Lee.
Yeah.
And then you've got the interiors by Peter Bergting, and you know, The Stranger in Niobe right there. Of course, this is the one that you love here, but you'll see it now from the.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Ooh.
It's so
These
pretty.
are the kind of the collector's Kickstarter editions, and we actually have a new Kickstarter dropping next Feb, which is where we'll put the Black Comic Lords exclusive on, and it'll also be an omnibus Tales of Asunder edition too. So you got the Hand of the Devil symbol here, all in red. That's that edition there, but also the Ferryman by Hyung.
Yeah, that Ferryman is really nice. Oh.
And what's fun is actually the Ferryman gets their own spotlight in a one-shot, also on that next Kickstarter, in the comic series called Tales Under Dura that I co-wrote with Yetide Badaki of American Gods.
American Gods, yes.
This is one of my favorite ones, the Dusu one. Check this out.
Oh.
That's fantastic art. Who did that?
That's an artist I found on Instagram with a gold leaf foil right there, named Rahi Milton, who does 2 different major art styles. One is beautiful, beautiful paintings, and the other one's these amazing cross-hatching etchings. All right, let's see if I don't have it handy. There's he's done a whole bunch of those etchings for me, but he also did the Lauryn Hill and Erykah Badu live homage as well that you have.
That's right.
There you go. So these are the Kickstarter editions, guys. Now, if you wanted to level up, these Kickstarter editions are $80. because they're limited, but I would do them for you guys. I will take $180 off, and I'll do the package of all 6 Kickstarter editions. If you want these, the whole bundle, I'll do that for $300, and I'll throw in the trade paperback for free.
Bari
That's a
Muhammad
great
has a
question.
question for you.
Thank you. You want to start with the Untamed? Yeah, Jabari, you want to start with the Untamed. You want to start with either the hardcover that I can do for 40 or the trade paperback right here for 25. You can also go to the website and just buy it there and pop in the discount code BCL and to show you guys in the community some love. So the Untamed is where it all begins. But if you want a bit of a bundle, I can do a bundle as well. So the Untamed is where you begin. A lot of folks do start with Niobe Shear's life. Just a heads up. A lot of folks start with Niobe Shear's life because it's the most famous one. You can start there. This is a lighter read. It's a little quicker read. It's got a bit more whimsy. If you like a slow burn, a darker story, a heavier, more melodramatic story, that's the Untamed. But that's where it all begins generally. A lot of folks tend to pick up this one and this one at the same time. If you just want these 2 as well, guys, I can do 2 for 40. If anybody wants to get a little trade paperback discount set. But that's so you read it, soft covers, hard covers, and so on.
And you do have some free previews available on your site, right?
Thank you. Yeah. Totally spaced that. Yeah, you can. If you go to the website, you can download 6 PDFs of each of those trades, issue 1s for free. So you've got 6 PDFs you can download for free as a sample platter and see if you like it. But thank you, Kevin, and thanks for everyone that's letting us, all the kind words. I'll read you one small passage from the Untamed, and I'll get out of everybody's hair just so you can kind of get a sense. So we talked about the Untamed, his return to the land of the living, essentially to act out vengeance upon those that murdered his wife and his family. And he stops at his home where he picks up a little doll. And these are kind of the scenes from the trade here. You'll get a sense of the beautiful colors right here. And the stranger says, "It's a special moment when you bleed a man. A bond is formed, just you and him, to break his body, to gut his joy. But what of his spirit? When you look into his eyes, you'll know. In those last moments, the last breath will let you know. But the heart is a deceiver for the mind, a girl once told me."
Please tell me there's an audio book to all this with your voice on it.
We need it.
It's on the agenda. I need to be honest. I can, I can read a book. I can, do okay with my writing and shit. Can you help me out, Derek? Can somebody help me out with the tech stuff? Anyone out there? Tech is not my strong suit. So if anybody wants to help me with the audibles and all those types of things, that would be fantastic.
Okay. There's a call out. Help needed. Who wants
help
to
needed? Yes, please. Please, James Brown style. I need.
I can put the info together for you, so
you can. Oh, thank you, darling. Thank you so much. That's super helpful. That'd be fun.
Notice what it says underneath Angel's name: logistics specialist.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
There we go. I love that. Thank you so much, guys.
Seb, I do have one other question for you. I know you had 2 books that were available for pre-order the last time you were here. Do you have anything else that's coming up for pre-order soon that people should know about? Or
yes, I have the. Thank you. I have
Good question.
You can pre-order the new Tales of Asunder Disciple. Pre-order Tales of Asunder Disciple, which is Volume 2, Issue 2. And this is actually where these characters, we go into the Far East in Asunder. These covers are by Tahani Far. And it's essentially spreading the gospel of Niobe. across the various landscapes in Asunder after something happens to Naibi and Shia's death, which I won't spoil. But this is the the gospel of Niobe, Niobe's word, and so on gets spread around, and of course that's kind of heresy. So that you can get that one, and there's the beautiful 1 in 10 matching the variant where we combine them together. So that's a 1 in 10 ratio. You can also, if you missed it on the store, guys, it's also in the new releases section on our website. So you can also pop over to strangecomics.com. You can get these goodies on the website if you missed it. The quality of Tahani Far's work is quite incredible. Like low key, like, I mean, there's the symbol of our Numenel, which is the goddess of light, in the samurai helmet. We do a lot of fun stuff like that. That's the same symbol she prays to in a very Wu-Tang way, you know, which is also marked on her back.
And when's the firm order cutoff, or the final order cutoff?
Final order cutoff, I believe they generally extend it by 1 week. So I think you guys got a couple of days left to pre-order that from your local comic shop. And if you miss it, pop over to our website. But obviously we want to support the retailers and have you guys, you know, supporting the retailers is amazing for them. They're invaluable folks, and we love and need to support those peeps. And also it brings awareness to them as well about who we are as an indie, you know.
Yes.
Pull lists are super important, so on. Yeah.
This is part of our regular public service announcement. If there's a comic book series that you really like and you want to continue seeing, then the way that you ensure that your expenditures go towards keeping that series alive is you need to place an order before the final order cutoff, because that final, yes.
And some indies do not get to enjoy that last week of FOC.
Oh, really?
So yeah, so kind of we've discovered that recently. That thank you, Jay Wilkes. Let me know if you have any issues on the site. So basically, there's a situation where there's a order cutoff for the majority of indies, and then some that are selected by Diamond are given an extra week or so for FOC. And we've discovered on our first issue recently of Tales of Asunder Volume 1, Issue 1, the Naibi She Tribe edition, that extra week brought in pretty much nearly the same amount of orders as the first 3 or 4 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks, which is crazy.
Okay. But that extra week is not pre-announced. It's just an automatic extension for
only retailers. Yeah.
Okay, I wondered about that because sometimes when I'm doing my pre-orders, I'll see a book that I pre-ordered the previous month pop up again later on. So I wonder if that's yeah.
Yeah. And some specific stores might allow folks to have, you know, a specific pre-order, which is great. But as far as Diamond, they'd be like very, very select with certain indies with their pre-orders. So yeah, I found that out recently, and I was like, oh, thank goodness, Naibi She Tribe was selected, and it made a big bump in our sales. Because then I think stores go, oh, this must be a spot. You know, a spotlight item, you know, so we'll pay a bit more attention to it. But realistically, guys, the more you guys go in and bump your retailers, say, hey, I really need Stranger Comics on my pull list. I really need more Asunder and more Niobe and any indie that you love to support, whether it's Concrete Comics or Godhood Comics or any of the other guys that are out there. You know, it's a really big deal for us. So yeah.
Yeah, because I would assume, like, if I'm running a comic book shop, if I have a few people order a book, then I'm probably more likely to order a few extra copies to put on the shelves
100%.
as well, right? If nobody
100%.
orders it, then I'm probably not going to put it on the shelves at all. And the final thing is, when you've got books with the quality of covers that you have, then that shelf appeal is also really a good thing for you. So
that's actually
a positive
why
feedback loop if you can get it started.
that's actually why I make sure because I get a lot of my comics delivered to me from online stores. But when it comes to a lot of the independent books that are in Diamond, I make sure to go into my LCS and specify that I want them to pre-order those books through that shop, specifically because in the hopes that they'll order extra copies and put them on the shelf and get other people interested in buying it.
What might you recommend for Frustrated with his situation?
What I recommend is not just yourself, but having multiple people try and go into the same LCS. I mean, when we dropped Naobishi's Life back in 2015, there were a lot of stores that were like, "Oh my God, this is great! Yeah, I'll order a couple of copies, see how it goes." I'm like, "I think it's going to go a bit better than you may suspect." So I think we're going to do a bit of press on this. Some were great. Some were like, fantasy's not my thing. Maybe I'll order one issue. And some were very much straight out. I'm not ordering this. I don't really move black comics. I don't move fantasy comics. Some were very, very blunt. You know, I got to pay the bills kind of thing. Some, I think nowadays too, with the social political climate, have an assumption based on the material, like, oh, this must be a forced agenda, right? This must be like some folks that have issues with certain TV shows. They're like, oh, this is a forced agenda. Is that the same in the comic space? So they're just seeing the headline. They're just seeing the headline being the title or the cover. And there's a lot of assumption now in with customers, you know, and just people in general. So I think it's really important, the honest, enthusiastic feedback for, I love this story. You should read this story. You should get into these characters. Talk about why these stories have real human emotional depth and things, you know. Then it's because that's easy to pitch. But when I talk to store owners and I go, here's how you pitch my stuff, then they sell out. Then they really move from serious units, like at a convention where we tend to do really, really well, because you're pitching and go, oh my God, that sounds amazing. And it doesn't really matter what aisle, you know, you walk on. It's like, oh, this is a real human emotional story. And then you're kind of starting to build bridges and empathy and those types of things. So it's educating store owners on why these stories make a lot of sense.
Okay. And I had a follow-up question for Frustrated. Are you ordering your comics before the final order cutoff? Just curious to know that. Also,
It does make a
Marwan
difference.
Williams.
Super chat.
Yeah, thank you so much, Marwan. We really appreciate
Thank
your
you.
support.
That's awesome.
Donation. It's a donation. I thought it was the trash. Don't be hitting on me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oops.
Please make sure to like this video. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. That's another great way that you can support the Black Comic Lords and help us do what we do. Appreciate you, Marwan.
All right.
All right, Seb. Thank you
So-
for joining us, man.
Thanks so much
bring
for
a
having me,
smile.
guys.
You
Yeah,
like
so-
Santa Claus, man. Always got the great gifts.
So to recap,
Yeah, for
don't
sure.
forget to stop by Seb's show tomorrow night. And there's a chance that you could win, you know, a 1 of 1 book that is a gold medal. Also, be on the lookout for the Black Comic Lords. Yep. Be on the lookout for the Black Comic Lords exclusive cover 2. See if I can put that back up on the screen one more time for everybody to see, if I can find where I hid it for myself. Got too many things up here.
I really
Okay,
want to
can't find
see
it anymore.
what Derek's tabs are. I want to know all the things.
I have three screens in front of me, and I lose stuff every once in a while. So, and while I'm looking for that, also don't forget, use the BCL code or the code BCL if you're going to go to Stranger Comics. Get your discount there as well. So,
Do you want me to try and find it? I think I might have it.
yeah,
handy too.
you can find it. I got too many windows
Let's
up here.
see, shared screen. That's what I hit, right? Window. Says with now 0 confidence whatsoever. Why is this not appearing?
I got you covered now. Here we go.
You do? Okay, fantastic.
Okay, put it on screen. Here we go.
Yeah, look at that magic. Canaan White.
That is so dope.
I'm very proud to have our name associated with that. That's awesome.
That's so cool. Thank you, guys, and thank you for letting us, Stranger Comics, be a part of your community. It's super appreciated. You guys are amazing.
Anytime,
Amazing.
man. You're one of us.
Yes, you are one of us.
Appreciate that.
And guess what?
Jay Wilkes, I see. I'm on the site trying to order the 2 for $40 now. What should I put in for a code? That, if you want to do the 2 for $40, that is actually, might have to order them separately to try and get to around $40 using the code BCL. Or Jay Wilkes, send me a DM and I can just send you an invoice directly. That's probably the easiest thing to do. So if you're looking for these two, Jay Wilkes, if you're looking for the Untamed and Niobe, if you can, go on Instagram, send me a DM, send me your email address, and I'll send you an invoice, because otherwise you're gonna have to order these trade paperbacks separately. You put in the code BCL, and it should actually save you $4 because it's a 10%, I think 10% off. So you could actually just order each one individually and put in the code BCL. That's a way to do that. That'll save you $4, so it'll be 41. If that makes sense. If that gets tricky, send me a DM on Instagram and I can walk you through it, or send you an invoice, make it real simple. And if you guys follow me at Stranger Comics, that's the best way to connect, communicate. I may be the president, but I'm also the truck driver and the floor sweeper here at Stranger Comics, and I check my DMs. So Stranger Comics.
I can identify with that.
Right.
Yeah.
Super chat.
And thank you. Another super chat. Wiseacre, really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's so cool.
I'm looking forward to when Seb does his animated Stranger Comics feature, and we can clip that and use that as one of our super chat videos.
Oh,
yeah.
snap. Okay, that's
amazing.
amazing.
That would be nice.
That's amazing. I want to bug Carl Jones and let's get started. What's happening? Okay. All right, guys. Have a wonderful evening. Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Good luck. Good luck tomorrow night.
Thanks so much. Cheerio, guys. Bye.
All right. So, let's head back into the week's comics, shall we?
Yeah, it's always Christmas when Sebastian's stopping by.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, let me get this pulled up.
All right, let's go back to the main list. We covered that one.
Defenders of the Earth. So go back to the main list. Sorry, I'm switching screens here so you can see more of it. Okay, we covered Johnny Gatlin. Now we have
NYX. Let's talk about NYX. So NYX, for those of you,
This Kaya. You want to go to NYX though?
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't followed Kaya.
Okay, there we go.
So with NYX, this is the post-Krakoa era. Those mutants that are, not go off into La La Land, are trying to assimilate back into society in the post-Krakoa world. this particular issue focuses on um, David Allen, aka Prodigy, whose power is to basically absorb the knowledge and skills of anyone who's in his proximity, and he retains that information. So he's kind of super mad brilliant because he's constantly gaining knowledge. Um, this was kind of a cool issue because it's also narrated from his point of view, and you get to more insight into who he is. Like now he's like a professor in a college, so also shows that he's a lot older than many people may realize. Because we first were introduced to him as he was a student at Xavier's. But I thought it was a dope issue. I don't want to go into who the antagonist is, but you see the person on the cover. It'd be kind of a spoiler to give that away, but you see him battle this person and realize that simply being smart can have its own superpower, his own combative superpowers as well, offensive capabilities, which we haven't really seen much of with Prodigy. So I thought this was kind of a cool issue in that regard.
Very cool. Okay, and now up next we got Phases of the Moon Knight #3.
I think this one was on here by accident, honestly. That's not supposed to be.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a new character introduced
Oh,
today,
the
though.
only reason this is on this list is because Mateus Manahini is the cover artist. Is that Rich?
Hey, what's up,
What up?
Rich?
Sure is.
What's going on, man? How y'all
Hello,
doing?
hello.
Richie Rich in the house.
And what y'all doing?
Nothing,
Going
nothing
over
great.
I'm watching, it's like watching paint dry. You got like 20 people in here. Where everybody at?
You weren't here,
We're
man.
not.
So
We're
they didn't
not.
show up.
We're not gossiping and calling people out
Y'all
on stuff.
need
So
to
it's
gossip
quiet.
then.
They tuned in. They tuned in,
Get the
saw Rich was
get
not
the
here, and they're like, "Well,
get
this
the
is gonna
numbers
lame."
up. Let everybody know Rich here. We gonna get into some shenanigans. It is what it is. What up?
Mhm.
Speaking of shenanigans, Predator versus Black Panther. This was actually a solid issue. This was a solid issue. Um, they have more action in this issue. T'Challa's like, I ain't gonna get punked by these aliens. You get to find a little bit more about the history of the Predators and Wakanda, and why is it they're going to Wakanda, and it's not for the obvious reason you may realize. So that's kind of cool. What I really enjoyed about this issue, honestly, was the portrayal of Shuri. Now, before I get my Cult of Bass members upset, my fellow Cult of Bass members who are like anti Shuri everything because it's a de emphasis on T'Challa, I get that. But before we go there, what I liked about the portrayal of Shuri here is the fact that it was a throwback, an action packed throwback to the type of Shuri we had under Reginald Hudlin's introduction of the character. She was a hothead back then. She was impulsive, but she was also a warrior. And that's a side of Shuri that we haven't seen, for a while now, because since the MCU, Shuri's emphasis is on being, intellectual or a genius, a tech person, rather than the warrior that she was portrayed prior to the MCU. So it's odd because this book doesn't take place in the 616 universe. I've argued that this book basically takes place in the MCU version of this universe, but I was wrong on that. It's actually not even the MCU version. It's just its own universe because there's a special surprise guest at the end that lets you know this is not either the 616 or the MCU version of universes. So it was a dope, solid issue. This is probably my favorite issue in the run so far. I didn't see that cover, by the way.
Yeah, that's why I clicked on it. I thought you'd find that one interesting.
I didn't see that cover.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
And there's a few comments quickly. Styles is serious. Speaking of Black Panther, what's the word on the mainline book?
No word yet, man. Look, we have a writer in the wings, waiting, pen in hand, stories in her mind, ready to write it. Cheryl Lynn Eaton has already publicly declared she's ready, willing, and able to be the next writer on Black Panther. She's got stories, they need to be written. She's proven herself above and beyond. She's proven herself that she needs to be the next writer on Black Panther.
Y'all
But
gonna,
there's
y'all gonna get comic book reparations for Black Panther and Black History Month. That's when
Comic book
you're gonna get a new writer.
reparations, okay?
I'm predicting it already that you either you're gonna get either it's gonna be a new book and it'll be in the December solicits, or they will wait till February to announce a new Black Panther writer. So
Rich
yeah,
is calling it. Rich is calling it.
I'm just saying that's what Marvel is. They ain't tried to hit us with a bunch of Marvel Voices stuff, so we don't know what they're doing for February. But I imagine that that's probably going to be a part of their comic book reparations to all you Black Panther fans out there.
I will note, Richard, since you've popped on, we already gotten 4 more people to watch us. So
There you go.
proof is in-
Good, y'all like, share, and subscribe. Get the likes up.
Push
Yes,
the
please.
button.
I see 12 likes. Yeah,
what's
y'all-
what's our next book?
Well, just quickly, one other thing, Paul. Where was it? Oh yeah, Styles of Sirius is saying that the Phases of Moon Knight book, the second story in that book, actually
Justina Ireland.
had a new
Oh,
Black
that's
hero.
right. I forgot about Justina Ireland. Was the writer, one of the writers in one of the stories. I think there's 3 stories in the book.
It is.
She has the second one. I forgot to mention that.
But also a new Black hero,
It's great.
right? That's what
Yeah.
he's saying.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. It's another Fist of Khonshu.
not Hunter's Moon. Somebody else.
No, it's a sister.
So that's why I added this to the list. I'm adding books to the list. I don't even remember why. It's all right. That's awesome.
Funny thing is, the 8 cover is probably the best cover. The first story that's in that book, the art is anime. You know, I nearly puked when I saw it.
Oh no.
Bro, I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? See, one thing I and I get why they kind of doing that style, and that's no shade to the artist or whatever, but this is Moon Knight. This is Moon Knight. Moon Knight is a dark character. You can't come through with no Goku, Dragon Ball Z type, Sailor Moon type stuff. It has to be and I'm glad that the second story is done by a different artist, because that would definitely have made that, in my opinion, just from appearance, made it very campy. So it looks like it's a dope story though. But yeah, that's what's going on with. And the thing is, Phases of the Moon Knight's only 4 issues. That's issue 3, so it's got 1 more. So I'm me personally. I have not really. I've read a couple of the Phases of Moon Knight. I went on and picked that one up because I knew a sister was going to be in it. But I'm really interested in reading the Fist of Khonshu, the main Moon Knight title. That's issue 2 is yet to come out, so that's
Yeah,
kind of
Jed McKay is killing the Moon Knight book.
yes.
I'm not even a
Absolutely.
Moon Knight fan, but Jed McKay has made me a Moon Knight fan. That's how good his writing is.
Yep.
So what we got next, Derek?
All right. Up next, let's see. We've covered all the Alien versus Predator Alien versus Predator versus Black Panther covers. So I guess we got Ram God 4.
This is a sleeper book.
God.
This is a sleeper book. It's not a lot of people are talking about it, but those who know. Kind of dope. The concept basically is that you have this guy who you see on the cover. He is a former athlete. They have this sport. This takes place in the future, and they have this sport that he's a former athlete on. But he becomes a cop, and he has a son. and the son's getting into trouble, what have you, and the cop, the ultimately gets back into the sport, and um, the world is, sort of governed by the sport.
Well, you know what, Paul? You said this was a sleeper book. I read like 3 pages of the first issue, and I literally fell asleep. That's why it's a sleeper book for real.
I read the first issue and I have not bought any more since.
They would say Ram God is excellent. You know what?
Some people like it. Look, some people like it.
Bruh,
I've only read the first issue.
and again, you know what I'm saying? And that's I'm just I'm just throwing shade just to throw shade, but I tried to read the first issue. It didn't really grab me. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why I kind of joked about that or whatever. But, my style's so serious, you know what I'm saying? You talking about them, we got to play the Jets tomorrow night. And you're right. You know what? I'm gonna just need y'all to, you Dallas Cowboy fans.
Are there still Dallas Cowboy fans left?
Yeah, it's a few of them. It's a few of them hanging on by a thread. That boy, I tell you, that ship is sinking. That ship is sinking. They talk about can they still make the playoffs? I'm like, I don't know. Do they even want to play? Do they even want to make it to the playoffs? They got to get past. They can't even get past. They haven't even played Washington yet. They got problems. They got problems in Dallas. Shout out to all you Dallas Cowboy fans. It's a long season, and we got them. We got them like I think we got them in late November. So I'm looking forward to that. So that's why we can't have nice things. Look, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know what? I mean, I'm just gonna suggest that all you Dallas Cowboy fans, Paul's got applications for the Miami Hurricanes fan bandwagon. Y'all go and join that. And while I'm here throwing shade, shout out to the New York Yankees. Y'all woke up last night and figured out that, this is the World Series. We might not want to get swept. Them guys were done. They were done. But shout out to the Dodgers. They doing their things. He say loyalty. Well, I tell you, loyalty will get you a bullet.
Sure will.
Anyway, back to the sleeper book. Rammed up.
Jay Wilkes says once he gets into his relationship with his son, it gets far better.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a chance. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, and again, I gotta, that's the thing about comics. We read comic books, and some books immediately grab us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then some books you're like, man, what is this? And you'll put it down, or you'll read it, and you won't even really be fully invested in it. And I gotta say, straight up that when I read that book, I probably need to read it in like one setting, because after I had read like maybe 4 or 5 other books, and then I picked it up, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I started reading, I was like, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give it the old Joe college try. The manifesto says, has anybody read Rook Exodus? Nope.
Tell us about it. Okay. And Rich, Jay Wilkes is recommending that you check out issues 2 and 3.
Yeah, I'll go pick them up. I got an LCS guy. He's got some. A few people are reading it. The book that everybody, Paul, matter of fact, mentioned it last night, that I need to go get is the Power Fantasy book. I can't find issue 1. So if y'all got some extra Power Fantasy #1s, I'll let you, boy.
Those flew off the shelf when wow. Power Fantasy. No, let me see if I have any. Let me see if I have any extra.
Paul, you're muted. We can't hear you.
Let's see, Power Fan. I might have an extra one, Rich. I'll have to dig a little bit.
Let me take a look to see if I have an extra one.
That's the number
Everybody's
1.
saying Rook Exodus is legit. So.
Okay. Who's the publisher?
It's that new Ghost. What do you
It's his
call it?
own image. Okay.
Ghost Image or whatever.
I'm pretty sure I have an extra one. I have to look.
No, I don't have an extra one, man.
Well, you better put something in that package. I'm gonna send you. That's the inside joke, y'all. We ain't gonna talk.
Those power fantasy books already jumped
So you ought
up
to get
in
that.
value, though. Let me see what.
You know what I said? Boy, y'all don't know. Rich be taking shots for the team. Y'all just do not realize. I just stay sacrificing to help the brand and help the people in the brand. All I'm gonna say is I won't be able to look at a banana the same way. That's all I'm gonna say.
What?
Wow.
I don't even want to know.
I can't even comment on that one. Rich, do you want?
Listen.
Would you like
Real
to
talk. We gonna
second print?
Yeah, I'm gonna just tease this out. We got some new stuff coming. We got some new merch coming, y'all. So y'all stay tuned. Yeah, we got something fire coming down the pipe. Y'all just stay tuned.
Power Fantasy is in its 4th printing.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Some of the LCSs are not reordering it. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason. And that's the weird thing. Books sell big in certain pockets.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. And in other places, it's like a desert. Out here, it's like a desert. I've seen like issue 2 and 3 on the shelf. I think issue 3 just came out. But I've seen, the second issue. But as far as a second print, third print, or what, I hadn't seen it. Well, people are scooping it up.
Yeah.
Marwan's asking if anybody's read. I don't know how you pronounce it. DS.
Distillery, the Big Burn. There's a character in a book, a distillery book. I can't think of the name of it, but it's a black guy on the cover. Distillery makes these oversized magazine type books. Yeah.
Okay. Paul, are we good to continue?
We are. I was just trying to find the Power Fantasy book for Richard.
Okay.
And I found you a second print, which I'm going to have sent.
Spawn 358.
Yeah,
I don't read Spawn, Rich, so you can talk about this.
I have not read that issue. Spawn and King Spawn are a couple of my favorite books. Issue 358 just came out. Matter of fact, there's actually another Spawn title. Spawn kills all the Spawns. This is like a little spoof of the Spawn books, whatever. There's a little Spawn going around killing all of the versions of Spawn. It's kind of hilarious.
It's a chibi, right?
Yeah. So that's been kind of cool. But Spawn has been pretty solid. King Spawn is the better book of all the Spawn books, all the Spawn titles. That's the best one. So shout out to Todd McFarlane, $2.99.
Yes.
What's up, Lamar Jones? Lamar Jones, good to have you. He says, I have all of Rook Exodus, but I'm trying to start collecting Black comics. So, hey, that's what's up. Be sure to check out the indies. If you want to know where you can get started, go to our indies page on blackcomiclords.net. And we've got a list of a lot of Black indie companies that you can check out.
Yep.
All right.
All right, give me a week, Rich. You'll have a second
Gotcha.
print of Power Fantasy. I didn't know there was a second print. Star Wars: High Republic Adventures. I know y'all are tired of having me talk about Star Wars, but Star Wars comic books are so damn melanated. Look at that, brother, on the list there at the bottom. Shout out to my producer dude, Robert Simpson. I don't know if I'm just going to give him credit. I don't know if he's responsible for the melanation of Star Wars comics, but I'm going to throw it to him anyway.
Well, it's good to make sure everybody makes the association that the Star Wars High Republic now. If you got to be careful because there's the High Republic books and then there's the High Republic Adventures books.
Yeah.
That's right.
The Adventures books are more of the kid-friendly type books, and
Not
those
for
are put out
kids.
by
Not for kids. Not kid friendly,
not
but not
kiddie,
kiddie.
but yeah, it's PG-13, I'd say. But
Yeah.
it's not the main. It's not the main line. And here's the thing too: it's a Dark Horse title.
Yeah.
Because the Star Wars books, the canon Star Wars books, are Marvel. I don't know what's going on at the brass of Star Wars, to where they made everything that comes out through Star Wars in regards to Marvel canon, but I'm not completely 100% sure that these Dark Horse books are canon. Yeah, I might want to. You Star Wars fans, y'all might want to get into that. Find that out, because that is a dynamic.
I don't know the answer to that. I don't know if I know for a fact the Marvel books are definitely canon, but I don't know if the Dark Horse books, which are technically supposed to be in the same, era and what have you, are also similarly considered canon.
Yep, that's why I say be careful with that, because again, there's a lot of Star Wars books on the shelf.
So does Robert Simpson work for Dark Horse?
He is the Star Wars Disney liaison to the comics.
So what does that tell you if the Disney Star Wars liaison to comic?
Unless they just got a special
Dark Horse.
Unless they get a special relationship, But
he makes sure they stay on path.
Okay.
But as well as I do, Marvel, Mickey Mouse should have said Mr. Disney. Mickey Mouse is if Mickey Mouse had something to do with this, he wants his coins, which means that little red and white thing says Marvel would pop up somewhere on that book, and it's not on there. So again, shout out to all you Star Wars people out there. I don't know what y'all gonna say. Now, Frustrated said Dark Horse book was supposed to not be canon.
Okay.
So I know that the Dark Horse, there was a time when Star Wars went to Dark Horse, and that's all that they were doing. They were releasing nothing but a bunch of Star Wars books.
It was good. That was some great comics. Great comics. Dark Horse did Star Wars really well.
Yeah, and then they went back to they had to get that old thing back, and things ain't been the same since. Shout out to all you Star Wars fans. Y'all hang in there.
All right, so that's everything for this week.
Why don't you fast forward 1 month so you people can see what to get on pre-orders?
Okay.
Oh.
Is this good?
What's today's date?
Today's the 30th. You gonna go one more month or one more week?
No, that's it. That's a month from now.
Can I mention something? So I had not read A Nazi Boys, but on my trip out, I actually bought it in the one comic book shop that I went to. So I bought like 1, 2, and 3, and 4 of A Nazi Boys in Hungary, and then read it on the plane ride back. So I definitely enjoyed the story there.
Oh, good.
So it was so you were able to get it in English, or you read Hungarian?
It was in English in Hungary. Wow. Had an interesting experience in that comic book shop in Hungary, and 2 different people in the shop, working the shop, had long conversations with me. I asked them a ton of questions just about how the market is in Hungary and how the business works there too. But I ended up buying, all the Nazi Boys that they had. At least one.
Did you record the conversation?
Man?
I've seen that.
What was that? I did not record. I asked both of them if they were if they would be willing to be recorded, and they opted out. So I can talk about the experience.
You look like the government.
You do look like the government guy.
Oh, okay. So let me tell you the story, though. Okay. So
are you allowed to tell us a story? Because I don't want people coming after me about learning top secret stuff you're not supposed to talk about.
Actually, you know, I felt like it was like kind of, I felt like it was in danger for a while because this store is in the middle of this is I was in Budapest, and you know this I used my map to find where the store was. I walk up and instead of it looking like a comic book store, if you imagine you walk up and it's like, you know, the apartment buildings where there's a panel and there's, you know, a buzzer for all the different doors in the apartment building.
Right.
That's what was there. And there's a big there's a big metal door and I'm like, and it's dark, there's no lights on. And I didn't see at first I didn't see the name of the shop, which is Trillium Comics, if you want to look it up, right? So I walk past the place and I'm like, it's got to be here. And I look at the panel and I finally see the name of the company. I'm like, okay, let hit the buzzer, and they buzz me in. I open the door and it's complete darkness on the other side, dark hallway,
So the
and I'm
real
like,
name of
okay,
this place is not just Trillium Comics. It's like Trillium Comics and like body parts.
you know, and I'm like, look, nobody knows I'm here. I go through this hallway and who knows who's back here. I was like, you know, let me
Right?
just take a step in the hallway.
You be
I took a
trapped.
step in. I took a step in this dark hallway, and I could kind of see that on the other side of the hallway, there's like a okay in Budapest they have these interesting places. If you search Budapest, look up the term ruins bars. A ruins bar is a bar that is built in the within the ruins of a building that had previously been bombed or you know no longer really being used. So once you go in, you go in through into the building. Once you go inside, it's almost like you're outside in because you look up, you can see the sky, and it's interesting, right? So this place it's kind of like a ruins bar, except a ruins bar, it's bright, but in this place it's completely dark and it's like a really dark alley, and I can kind of see some people standing around. I don't know what they're up to, but then on the other side of this really dark alley, I see a door and there's a light in there, and I walk up to the door and it's a comic book shop. I walk in and it's just a normal comic book shop, pretty small. And I had really good conversation with with the you know two of the people that work there. I learned a lot about you know what goes on in Hungary. The net message that I got was you know you know they get all their books mostly from the U.S. They do have Hungarian books, but most of the books that they have are from the U.S. So it's not like I would go in there and see a Hungarian version of Marvel or whatever. It's all from the U.S. and they get it on a delay. So I was actually telling them, you know, about what happened in the latest books because they hadn't gotten some of those yet. You know, they might be on as much as a month delay.
Let me translate the bunch of BS that just Derek told you. So Derek is on his mission to some secret, nefarious, underground, black market type of establishment. He established metal door, an apartment building, no name listed, go down dark hallway. This is all the telltale signs of a black market establishment. And then he talks about, listen to the words he said. Yeah,
Well,
I
we're
gathered.
gonna stop having this
gathered-
conversation because we're gonna wind up getting shadow banned and
I
they
gathered
talking about all kind of stuff.
Is that what Derek said? Derek said, I gathered information. He's on his spy mission and he's revealing the details of it and making it seem like it's something just, you know.
Benign.
This episode of Black Comic Lords will be banned at some point. And why did you have to say anything, Derek? Nobody needs to know.
All right, hold on. I'm trying to find photos of this place so you can kind of see it.
Oh
No,
my goodness.
No,
I don't want to see
no.
it.
I'm gonna pull it up. Hold on. Here it is.
I don't want to see it. I'm gonna walk away.
There it is.
Okay.
There it
All
is.
right. So
What is that? What is that? That looks
so
like
this
out of a
is
video game.
this is in the daytime, right? But imagine at night when it's dark, and this is inside of a building. It looks like it's outside of a building, but it's actually inside, and it's
I,
completely pitch dark, and you can just have a
I
little bit of light.
noticed the little door on the right lower corner. That's you see the red sticker on it. That's where the body parts are dumped into.
but then here's the inside of the store, just normal store. But this is you know this is not the metal door that I had to this is the second door I came to. The first metal door they don't even show. Let's see if they have a picture of this. Because
I like
it
how
was that.
the fans comment.
What was that?
It looks
That looks like
sketchy.
it's all.
It does look sketchy. Like, what is happening?
Right at Halloween.
Okay.
Right at Halloween.
Yeah, I guess that's the outside, but that wasn't like that when I went there. Yeah, here's the.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't
Oh,
look like a comic book store street to me.
That was a
yeah.
meetup spot, and you just exposed it. They coming for you.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. So that's the end of my story. It was an adventure. I did not get to go to the store I wanted to go to when I was in my other location. Also was in Bangalore in India, and there's some floods that happened there that kind of dampened my plans. So
Derek just said he went to not only Hungary but India. Those are not even somewhat related.
yeah.
Do you understand? This man is. I'm not going to say anything else. Y'all do what you will with that information.
We're not doing anything with that information, Paul. Nothing. I didn't hear anything. I already forgot.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah.
Wow.
Had a good time. All right. So where were we?
You were talking about
Oh
what's
yeah,
coming.
that's right. Okay. hold
People's
on, let me get back.
FOCs. New show is coming out about Derek's life. It's called Alex Cross. Alex Cross ain't got nothing on Derek.
Okay, so yeah, I do recommend a Nazi Boys. I did enjoy this story, and
This new
I don't
Blade
want to get
series.
yeah, yep,
Number 2. Great covers. I got the
Gotcha
Gotcha
Man
on there
vibe.
because Sanford Green is doing these covers, which I buy them, and I love,
And these covers are connecting covers, right?
they are.
Yeah, so that's important to know.
Goobers by Cody Ziegler. That actually, I believe, sold out in a lot of places because kind of flew under the radar. Nobody knew about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything about this Kapow book.
News to me.
Kapow.
But it's got a black lead character. Jacob's his
Hanging
father.
by a rope.
Look, let me see that other cover. The other cover, Derek.
This one, sure.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's by Scout Comics. So anybody knows anything about this? This is the 3rd issue, so it's been out for a minute.
Hold on a moment. I gotta go back. Okay. All right. What else?
Savage Dragon, which is technically a black superhero, Malcolm Dragon. I would not recommend you give that book to your children. It is not a kid's book.
Nope.
Spawn, 359, richest guy. I don't read Spawn anymore because it's blasphemy.
And
Not no more.
what makes it blasphemy?
It's not as blasphemous. It's actually to be honest, it's not that at all. It's in a totally different spot, which is good. Now there is a book that they've put out called the Violator book. Violator, it's 2 issues in. That book is very, very. It's written from the aspect of it's an origin story, but it's basically the origin of the fall of Violator being a fallen angel. So it's very blasphemous in terms of a fallen angel cursing God or cursing God's existence and that kind of thing. So it gets a little wild as far as that goes, but what you expect, it's a fallen angel. But now Spawn is in a different space altogether. Spawn is fighting vampires and stuff now. He's not even, the Spawn universe is in a weird spot because no one has powers. The angels don't have powers. The demons don't have powers, and they're all trying to figure out how to get their powers back. Because
That's why Spawn's wielding a gun on the cover.
No. I mean, Al Simmons has always packed a gun, so that's nothing new. He's a mercenary, but for the most part, he's hunting down this vampire called Blood. Blood is kind of like running everything. He's kind of like the closest thing a vampire would be to a mafia boss. That's who Blood is. So, yeah. So, it's entertaining.
All right. You still need to tell me what issue he became black again.
You talking about Al Simmons?
Yeah.
That's issue 2.
No.
Where
he starts wearing his face again, rather than the burnt up, crispy face.
Oh, man, I'd have to go back. That's way before 300.
I consider that a pivotal issue because it's one thing. One of the problems a lot of people have with Spawn is that they feel that he lacks black agency because he's not a black superhero in the traditional sense that we think of, where the storyline involves his blackness, which is fine. That's not me saying that you have to have a story where the character is saying every 5 minutes, "I'm a black man." Like it should not necessary to do that. But because you don't even visually see him as being a black man for much of his early run, because his face was burnt to a crisp, you can't tell what he is.
Right.
I consider when he finally started to wear his actual face to be kind of a pivotal issue.
I'll have to look that up because I really just don't know.
Yeah.
He's been wearing his regular face for the longest. Yeah, it's been a while. I mean, as far as that goes, and I used to go back and forth with Amani about it. And I get it. This white history is suffice to say that when things happen to us, on a level of lynching, anything that looks like lynching or whatever, we can kind of like go overboard with it. We'll talk on Sunday night. We're going to talk about what happens when you're too woke on Sunday night.
I'm looking forward to that conversation.
What happens when you're too woke? We're gonna have a good time with that. Yeah, somebody gonna get roasted. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well,
but yeah,
from woke to wide awake.
Y'all bring the Lowrys. Anyway, but yeah, what I'm saying, and so people have always had problems with Spawn because this is a man that for the most part is burned up. He has no agency in terms of his blackness. But I think Todd McFarlane kind of like answered that in issue 2 of the book, because when he's discovering his powers, right? He kind of like there's this thought where he thinks about, I'm human. And he turns into a white guy. He's like, no, I'm a black man. And so in that particular book, what I'm saying, he's able to turn into a black man, but it was a shocking thing because people didn't necessarily associate race with Spawn, which is why Spawn is liked, because he's what's the word? He's not homogeneous, it's androgynous, what I'm saying, racially or whatever, if I can say it like that. For whatever reason, white people love black people that are not black.
The agenda.
Yeah.
They love what's the term?
Super chat.
Non-threatening black people. Hey, Bo Biggs in the house. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Bo.
Really appreciate it, Bo Biggs.
Evolve back! Evolve back!
He manifests to say he's transracial. Yeah.
Right. Ambiguity.
I'm actually trans myself. I'm trans financial. I'm a rich man stuck in a poor person's life.
That's
I
called being broke, my brother.
I identify as a billionaire.
In spirit.
That never works though. When I go to Root Chris, they still, sir, this card doesn't work, sir. Try this.
Oh, Ruth Chris got some good food too. Mm.
Yeah, they do.
So, Paul, you
Anyway.
got your pick of some Ultimate Black Panther covers here. Any of them you want to?
Let's zoom. Let's make this. Let me make this bigger here. All right. Why don't you click on one? Let's see what the story's about. Covers are covers, but we're Black Comic Lords. We care about what the story's about. What's the story about?
Oh,
Black
Lord,
Panther and the Strange Doctor. A prison break brings unlikely aid to Wakanda, but is this new ally a reliable confidant, or does the godly Moon Knight have more to offer? In the last issue, we were introduced to what is presumably the Doctor Strange of the Ultimate Universe. Assuming that's who it is. A young woman who's troubled and locked away in a prison, and that Killmonger and Storm are, I guess, going to do the prison break on. So I guess this must be an allusion to that. I don't like the open face mask of Black Panther in this run. That's literally my only criticism of the run, other than there's not enough. It's not enough story in each of these issues.
He was
I
originally
don't
supposed
like.
to have an open face mask, like the.
Well, there was a version time where they did that because they were experimenting with making sure that people knew that he was black. But he has a mask. I like his mask. I prefer the mask. I don't need to see.
So is it just the lips show? Because it looks like one of those.
Well, yeah, it does look
like
Lucha Libre mask.
Yeah, it looks like a
those,
Libre mask. I don't dig it, man. I don't dig it.
I don't. It looks like one of those, costumes people wear at home when they're having extracurricular activities.
Wow. That we didn't need to go there, but thank you for that visual that stuck in my head now, Angel. Now I really don't like this guy. I have to wonder, in order, like for IP purposes, if they have to change things around by a certain percentage, in order, it has to be a certain amount of different, for them to retain some type of IP rights to it.
I don't know about that, but that just looked like somebody's bedroom scene.
Wow, Angel's still
going.
going.
Again, it's the Ultimate Universe. It's a different universe, so naturally they're not going to wear the same stuff.
Oh, I wish they would.
I'm saying, look, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Damn it. Angel has officially ruined this series for me because I can't see him now. I can't.
You're welcome.
Look.
At least you didn't miss any other accessories they could be wearing along with that. So.
Bro, you know what? We're gonna stop. Let us move on.
I just want to shout out Lamar Jones. You probably already dropped already, but apparently you are overseas.
4:30 comes quick. I know.
Yeah,
I'm right there.
Hey, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, Lamar Jones.
Appreciate you, Bo Big. I saw that you said you picked up that Alter Ego magazine. It's a good mag, for real.
Yeah, that's not easy to find these days either.
Nope, it's not. It is not.
I gave away a copy of that to the winner of our awards, the end of the year show thing, the CEO award thing.
I picked up an Alter Ego just recently with an article about Friday Foster in it.
Yes,
pretty good.
Remember that one?
Yep.
All right, what's our next book? There's like one more book, right, Derek?
Yeah, let's get to it.
Derek is like checking his stocks or something. Is that everything? That was everything. No,
I have to go back. I think there's a few more. There's Uncanny X-Men #6.
I think that issue they're going to talk about where these kids are from.
Nobody
The new,
cares.
New Mutants.
And then
Let's
West Coast
jump to the
Avengers
West
1.
Coast Avengers. Iron Man and War Machine form a new team.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Nobody wanted that series, and it's a little redundant.
I
having
do like
Iron-
I do like the Saturday morning
Well, it's a
cover
redundant to
variant.
have Iron Man and War Machine on the same team. It's two Iron Man. Like you don't have Batman and Batman on the same team. Superman and Superman on the same team.
What, Superman and Kara? That's two.
But they don't have their own book together.
No. I don't know. I don't
They don't
remember.
do it. They don't do it. The only way, I mean, it's in essence, and you want Rhodey to stand on his own. You don't want him to be viewed as like the sidekick to Iron Man. I don't know.
I mean,
Well,
it's
I
number
don't.
of variants. They're betting some big money on this series. Look at all these variants out here.
A lot of that's the first issue. The first issue is always going to have a dozen from Marvel. That's where they make their money, is the variant covers. We're suckers for buying them, particularly me.
Patrick Sargent, I like your comments. I don't really like Black Panther books these days, just the jungle action ones, Jack Kirby in late 90s, early 2000 runs.
Well, that's one opinion, I guess.
I mean, look, you guys, you Black Panther guys, you know.
You Black Panther guys. Okay.
Yeah. You Black Panther guys, I'm getting putting my Donald Trump on you. You Black Panther guys.
Choose your next words very carefully.
You've always had the whole Marvel universe to yourself.
You guys.
Bigly things. We're gonna fix the country. Just hold on. Wakanda, whatever. It's time to go.
I don't even know what to make of that.
All
right.
Lord,
we can move on because we have just two more topics to go before we get out of here. First, there's an announcement of some movie slates in Marvel. Speaking of Marvel, Derek will pull down his stock market thing that he's been looking at for the past hour and bring that up. I don't know what he's very distracted tonight.
Why? Nobody cares.
I don't know about that.
I think I got, shout out to all y'all.
Why
all five of y'all that's excited about all of that.
Why are we
So there's your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man cartoon. I will say this. Those guys always want to make Black
Panther great again. That's the MAGAs. That's the deal.
I might get a black hat that says that and wear that. That's awesome. Make Black Panther great again. So your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is their foray into doing a cartoon Spider-Man cartoon. It's the broke Spider-Man version from his early years, I believe. I'm just happy to see Marvel get back into animation. But I would like for them also to do some cartoons that are based for children, aimed at children. Because I really think that's an investment in their future, is getting kids interested in these characters. Younger kids.
What we did when we were young.
You need a Super Friends or an X-Men animated series. These are all entry points for many of us into comics. And Marvel needs to make that investment. Daredevil Born Again. Now, we know Kingpin's in it. Based on the trailer, we know Punisher's in it based on the trailer. There's rumors, I guess White Tiger is going to be in this series, which is cool. I hope they don't look, we're talking about whitewashing with Green Lantern. I hope they don't whitewash White Tiger. White Tiger in the comics is Afro-Latino. He's like Black Puerto Rican in the comics. He had hair nappier than Richards. Because I'm still tripping on my hair.
They blackwashing Wonder Man, so hey.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm very curious about the casting. I think they're probably going to pull another Son sunspot on the casting of whoever's going to be playing White Tiger. Someone's mentioned to me that there's a possibility Luke Cage might show up on this show. Has everyone heard that?
Nope.
No, I have not. I mean, the thing is, if they're telling the born again story, he's not in that.
Yeah.
So it really doesn't make sense for him to show up in that. If
When
that's
does
the story
Marvel-
that they're telling.
When does Marvel say they're doing a story that's actually based on comic books anymore?
Well,
I mean, look at Secret Invasion.
They're using a title of a very notable story arc by Frank Miller. It's one of Frank Miller's finest works.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't imagine that they would whitewash or water down Frank Miller, and I'm sure he'll probably have something to say about it.
Yeah, they did it with Bendis on Secret Invasion.
Yeah. Yeah, but Secret Invasion and Born Again they're not even really in the same stratosphere as far as I'm concerned, as far as story goes. The Born Again story arc, I don't know if you've read it, it's pretty dope and pretty deep. It's a street story, you know what I'm saying? It's not fantastical in the sense of Bendis's, Secret Invasion and that kind of thing, but if they're telling a real story, the real story, it's got to be close to. And again, it's Marvel. They do what they do. I'm gonna watch it, and it's supposed to be like 18 episodes, 20 episodes. So I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to be one of these people that are upset if I see something that wasn't in the story, or if they swap something or whatever. That's the thing. It's kind of like, I just don't trust Marvel anymore. That's why I'm kind of like, okay.
I trust Marvel. I trust Marvel to be Marvel.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Eyes of Wakanda, August 6, 2025.
That's far away.
That's kind of far away. They're
Next
not
summer.
releasing it during Black History Month. They're not releasing it during Juneteenth. What we know about this show is that a group of Wakandan warriors have been tasked since ancient days to track down various artifacts that have escaped or been stolen from Wakanda, and to bring them back home. I believe we talked about this before about the X-Force 2 issue, where the X-Force goes to Wakanda, and all of a sudden we're introduced to this agent of Wakanda who's part of this agency that tracks down artifacts. So I suspect that might be the beginnings of this series is in that issue, which
No, okay. I'm looking at this. Okay. They got the order mixed up.
huh?
No, I was looking at
by
the next
date?
one.
Yeah,
Marvel
that's
Zombie
October before September, I think.
before
Right.
September, yeah.
Oh, well, whoever put this picture together just is not good at
Oh, why did he do that?
Marvel Zombies. Now, the Marvel Zombies is spinning out of that What If series that they did. The Marvel Zombies What If story was actually pretty good.
Yes.
The animation was pretty good. So this might be kind of a dope concept, but it's like, how far can you go with it?
Marvel
Like the
Zombies,
world.
I'm looking forward to. That
Well, that's what I'm
seems
saying. It's like, but how far? Because like in the last episodes on What If, assuming it's continuing the What If story from the same storyline, the whole world basically was taken over by zombies. I mean, how many of the characters are left? Well, I guess technically there's a lot of characters they haven't shown that could still be not zombified. So I guess that makes sense. But it was dope. It was dope. So that should be a dope series.
Jeffrey Thorne was
Ironheart.
in the chat.
What? Oh, Jeffrey Thorne. You will love Eyes of Wakanda. Okay. If Jeffrey Thorne tells me that I will love it, then I will love it because it's Jeffrey Thorne and he's one of Black Panther's best writers. Quite frankly, he doesn't get enough credit for the writing that he did on that Black Panther's Quest cartoon, which is fantastic, by the way.
Well,
Ironheart.
Patrick Sargent must be an old head for real.
What did he say?
He says Junk Rabbit was the best series last year by Jimmy Robinson, veteran Image comics creator. Yeah, he did the Amanda and Gunn book. He did the I can't think of the name of the one title. It's like 3 or 4 issues. But yeah, we know who Jimmy Robinson is for sure. Cyberzone, yeah. Okay.
All right. Ironheart, they showed the trailer for that. She's wearing a very clunky armor. It's not like the armor she wears in the comic book. I'll just say that. Armor in the comic book is much more svelte and sleek.
And obviously the hood is going to be in this too.
And the
then
hood is in
also
this series.
word is Mephisto's going to show up in this series as well.
Oh, I hadn't heard that one.
That's what I've heard.
Well, I mean, the hood is a mystical character, so having Mephisto in there would make some type of sense. Look, every movie, Mephisto is rumored to be in it. I don't know who is this contingent of Marvel fans that are big Mephisto fans, but everyone's been waiting for Mephisto to show up like he is the greatest big bad.
I like
Well,
Mephisto.
Mephisto covers a lot of territory.
Yeah, he introduces the mystical side of Marvel.
Yes.
Well, so
I mean, think about it like this.
Rumored in every single project, Mephisto's going to be in it. He doesn't show up.
I think part of that has been because in the first Doctor Strange movie, Dormammu was in it.
Yeah.
So naturally, you would think if they're going to put Dormammu in a series or in a movie, why wouldn't Mephisto have shown up by now?
Right.
So, and again, Mephisto covers a lot of territory. You got stories with Mephisto and the X-Men. You got stories with Mephisto and Black Panther. Yep. You got stories with Mephisto and the Fantastic Four. So it makes sense for them to like, but at some point, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, whatever. I mean, he's Marvel's devil. I can wait for the devil. I don't need the devil to show up. So I'm good.
I know if Mephisto shows up, I want Dr. Voodoo to show up because I'm still pissed off about that. He should have been in the second movie.
We already talked about how if he showed up, it would have just ended the story. Like, come on.
Yeah, but cameo.
That's why you didn't have Blue Marvel in the Marvels movie.
Exactly. See, that's
and
it.
It's over.
They saved the best for last. The best for last at the end of the year because it's such a big production, and Marvel's obviously banking on all that Christmas money in the cinema. Well, Disney Plus. Wonder Man.
Who's supposed to be playing him, or is it a cartoon?
Nobody cares.
I think I've got like maybe 1 or 2 Wonder Man books in my collection, and the only reason why they were there, they were probably was in a lot. I won or a mystery bag I bought.
I like Wonder Man too. I have several of issue 1s.
Look, this is not this is the temporary representation to shout out Chillmonger's term of the black version of Wonder Man. It wasn't necessary to make him black. They could have just used regular person.
No,
it's gonna be Wonder Man.
It's gonna be all weird.
They could have saved Yahya Al-Muteen for a number of other characters, including Dr. Voodoo. He would have been a good Dr. Voodoo, but they want to waste him on a character that's going to be thrown away and replaced in 10 years.
I mean, the thing is, with Dr. Voodoo, I think you won't see Dr. Voodoo until if they decide to do something with Strange Academy. I think that's when you'll see him.
But don't they need to introduce him before Strange Academy, though?
I agree, but what I'm saying, there's no thought to introduce him in regards to Doctor Strange.
Like at one time, I'd heard he was going to have his own show, like a limited, I think a limited series. But I don't. I
I
guess
I
not much.
disagree. I think they could introduce a Strange Academy show and introduce Doctor Voodoo in that show and tell his origin within the show. It's not that complicated an origin.
No,
They could do
especially
a flashback and do it in one episode.
Question is, could a Dr. Voodoo show really could you really sell it? I'll say it like
No.
that.
I think the answer is no, because there's a segment of our society that will say voodoo and immediately equate that with various negative connotations, and there'll be a big brouhaha about it. And, people will start talking about Haitians, and it's just going to be a mess. I think having him be the headmaster of Strange Academy is a great way to introduce the character, show what he can do, but in a setting that is more palatable to the average moviegoer. I think that would be a great vehicle to introduce him, and then they can do standalone episodes that sort of focus on him and still give him his shine.
I could
And it's
agree.
got Soilfo.
Well,
Got a question for Stalsa series. Who's Wonder Man's nemesis?
His brother, Grim Reaper.
I like Jeffrey Thorne's idea. I was thinking something along the same lines. Just call it Drum.
Drum.
no,
be-
because that kind of brings up the old Ken Norton movie.
What?
You
The
never
who?
heard of Drum?
No.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
No.
Both all y'all need to have y'all black card removed.
Meh.
Drum? You've never heard of Drum?
I've heard
Drum.
drums.
Old slavery movie, Drum.
Come
I
on,
don't watch.
man.
I don't watch Black Trauma, man.
Boy, I tell you, you guys are just.
I'm still traumatized from when I was 5 and my parents somehow had me watching Roots.
Kunta Kinte. Come on, man.
Angel already knew where I was going with it.
Well, Drum is older than Drum. Drum is actually older than Roots.
And seeing Kunta Kinte
I
getting his
was like 1
off.
year old when this movie came out, 1976, bro.
I'm just saying.
Not everybody's old, Richard.
Ken Norton was one of the top boxers at the time. He was doing movies. He did that, and he did Mandingo.
Drum? Like, nobody's gonna remember this. I think we're safe.
Okay, all right.
Angel's like, nobody's taking my card over this.
You guys trash. What?
Angel's saying it's an old card. It's not a black card.
Wow. Well, just like y'all not thinking about that. Ain't nobody thinking about Wonder Man. I don't think everybody's got they. Man, we got to clear our special Wonder Man coming out in Christmas time. No.
Yeah, that was a mistake on Marvel's part. I like the idea of calling the show Drum because calling him Dr. Voodoo by itself is going to cause a bunch of alarms. And then the fact that his powers, when he uses his powers, you hear the drum beat, kind of ties into that.
Yeah. See, I like that. This word drama for a TV show or movie is recyclable. I think we are safe.
Yeah, that's actually. See, this is why Jeffrey Thorne needs to be. I'm so tired of this, man. Hollywood, give this man a show. No.
And it's
Brother
a
Voodoo is my favorite character.
genre.
Hey, look at Spain. You and Derek have that in common. Derek loves Brother Voodoo too. Derek, that's your cue to like start pulling out all your 9.9.
I am keeping myself restrained. I will pull out my Brother Voodoo at some point.
I mean, look. Here's the thing about Brother Voodoo. I think, and to be honest, and this is just the truth. And this, I'm not trying to shade you, Derek, or anybody that likes Dr. Voodoo or Brother Voodoo. I think Marvel missed the boat on Dr. Voodoo, and I've said this several times that Shadow Man, Jack Boniface, is really what Dr. Voodoo should be in Marvel at this time, but he's not, because he only shows up. He's had the original Strange Tales run. He's had one series with him by himself, Dr. Voodoo, Avenger of the Supernatural. That's what it's called.
Right.
And then he had the team book, The Supernaturals, which is a 4-issue run led by Brother Voodoo, and that's literally it. And then he's been in a few books with Black Panther. He's been in books kind of here and there, but he's never really been a consistent thing. And so it's like, if you bring him along at this point, you literally would have to put him on ground floor to catch people up or to show people, because the kids and those who are reading Strange Academy see him as the schoolmaster of Strange Academy. That's how they would see him. It's like, well, why is he doing that? And he's supposed to be at Strange Academy. And this is, and Marvel is leaving money on the table, because that's what they should do, a show with Strange Academy.
That would make so much money for them.
That would make a lot of money. But they're not going to do that because they just don't listen to us. But anyway.
Well, go back to that one comment, the previous comment, Derek.
This one?
No, the one by someone else talking about Jeffrey Thorne. Mr. Thorne is an ultimate advocate for comic fans with his idea pitches. Yeah, I mean, Jeff's one of us. He's a fan, just like us. And so his pitches are like stuff that we would pitch, because he wants to see the same stuff that we want to see.
Yep.
People that make the decisions to say yes or no or not.
To write both the T'Challa and Jericho drama. I'm not really, and this is just me. I'm not really interested in a Brother Voodoo run, only from this standpoint that if you could tell a good story, there's so much about the character we really don't know. Go back and dig into his beginnings and that kind of thing. Retcon the character if you have to.
I would be interested in a Brother Voodoo comic written by John Jennings.
I think John Jennings could do something dope with the the character, whatever. But as far as an ongoing title, I don't know. I don't know how far you could go with that. Again, I just think that the stories that they're telling at Valiant through Shadow Man, Marvel should have kind of had that lane to themselves or whatever. And it's sad because a lot of people don't check for Shadow Man because it's a Valiant title.
Well, that's what I was going to say is I think Dr. Voodoo's niche would be what Shadow Man is to Valiant Universe. That could be Dr. Voodoo. He should be the spearhead face of the occult side of the Marvel Universe. Doctor Strange has the mystical side, but Dr. Voodoo could have the occult side. So he could deal with more of the things that go bump in the night. Zombies, vampires, werewolves.
Well, that's why everybody's thinking about, them doing the Midnight Suns movie, that kind of thing. So
with Dr. Voodoo in it rather than Dr. Strange would be awesome.
I mean, I like Strange. I mean, Stephen Strange is all right, I mean, yes. It has to, in my humble opinion, it has to make sense. If you're going to center Dr. Voodoo or whatever, in the story or whatever, it's gotta quote unquote make sense. I don't think it could be a cultural thing. You know what I'm saying? Like with Black Panther, whatever. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? I mean, we getting this Doom run, and Doom is Sorcerer Supreme, so you may see Dr. Voodoo pop up in this situation, so, but as far as like carrying a title, I don't know if he can. Limited series, perhaps. But but the other character that's kind of like a archetype, Papa Midnight for DC.
Right. Same thing.
You know, so there's a number of characters that have kind of like been a part of that genre, so to speak. And there's a lot of appearances, I should say, with Constantine. But there's only one little miniature run of Papa Midnight out there that you can go get. So they're not going to make that investment. You know, you got someone like Rodney Barnes who is creating, you know, the Philadelphia universe. He could perhaps introduce a character like that in his stuff, but he has yet to do that. And I don't necessarily know if he wants to do that superhero stuff in his Philadelphia universe. If you notice, there's no superheroes in that universe at all. It's literally it's either werewolf, a vampire, or president.
I mean, the closest thing you have is a Nazi, probably. And
yeah, a Nazi is the closest thing that you would quote unquote have to a deity or superhero or whatever. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's something that he could do easily. He does like zombies. Yeah. And so, you know, as a matter of fact, 20 Past Rigor issue 2 came out. I'm pretty sure you guys covered it, but
late pass.
You know, it makes for interesting talk or whatever, but I just don't know if we'll ever get to see that. You know what I'm saying? It's like when they did the one-off last year with the October, what was it, Werewolf by Night? You got all of the occultic characters of, you know, horror genres, whatever. I mean, they can't get the Blade movie off the ground. I don't know what's going on at Marvel, but they really need to hire somebody that's proficient in horror. Rodney Barnes is right there. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? What do you got going on at Marvel in your, you know, because but like I say, I can't count Mickey Mouse's pennies. But giving us Wonder Man for Christmas is not going to get you more subscribers. I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah. Well, we only have 2 more things to go before we get out of here because it's getting late. Angel has a special announcement.
Oh.
Angel,
what you got going on?
So this weekend is Spooky Empire. So if anyone's local to here in Orlando area, it opens at 1:00 on Friday at the Orange County Convention Center, and I will be there all 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If you want to come and stop by and say hello, take some pictures.
What is your costume going to be? Something spooky?
I am not doing costumes because they are going to have a lot of mega horror stars there. One of the actors from Alien Romulus, who's a new Hollywood actor, is going to be there. So I do logistics and connecting and networking, so I will not be in costume. I will have some fun things on though. So
all right,
just come find me.
All right.
So and this is in Orlando.
Orlando.
In Orlando. Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Orange County.
All right.
All right. So we had promised you guys that the Black Comic Lords have been cooking. We have some people that we're going to be interviewing, but I think the one that I personally am most excited about is coming up this week.
It's on like
and
a pot
that
of neck
is,
bones.
huh?
It's on like a pot of neck bones.
It's on like, I don't even know what that means, but sure.
That's an ADOS reference, sir.
A what reference?
ADOS. Black American experience. You never had no neck bones, man. It's on like a pot of neck bones. You ain't never heard that before.
Really? Really? No. No.
Look. Now I realize that now, Derek, we are on here with two Jamaicans. It's okay. We love the Jamaican people. We love y'all. But we've had Jamaican patties. We've had meat patties.
Beef patties.
You
Beef
ain't never had no
bones,
neck bones.
Russ.
You ain't never had no neck bones, Angel.
I have. What? Why wouldn't I have? Yes.
Okay.
Neck bones and hot sauce.
Well, yeah. Paul, what are you doing? What are you doing? You have not lived until you had a big old piece of neck bone. It's about this much bone. About
Yeah, it
this much meat.
is. That's true.
Now, I promise you, though, when you break the bone up and get to that meat, it'll be the best thing you've had. You like oxtail, you love poke
Oh
bones.
yeah, oxtail's good. I make it from time to time.
Oxtails is my favorite dish of all time.
You know, my wife is a Georgian woman, and I said, "Babe, sweetie, maybe some oxtails." And she made me some oxtails, and I've learned that certain dishes go hard, and then certain dishes that wasn't her ministry. It's not her ministry. I'm sitting up there trying to eat them, struggling. How it tastes? Like, man, I needed some hot sauce. So
Oh no, that takes all
Now,
day to make
look,
those.
look at
That's like
Spain says.
that's.
Look at Spain says make oxtail cheap again. Here's the thing. My
Oh
wife,
yeah. Oh man, that's another agenda right there.
you know what? See,
my wife found a secret substitute.
for oxtails,
Yeah.
what?
Um, pigtails.
What?
I kid you not. Like you get pigtails, and if you cook it, you season and cooking it right, and you squint a little
He
bit,
said,
it
"Quit."
kind of
Hey, I'm done.
it
You
kind of
hold
tastes
your
like
nose.
oxtails. It kind of tastes like oxtails. I'm just saying.
When I
You
Don't
make
know, I know
oxtails,
what you
somehow
do. You
somehow she
close your
made that
eyes,
work.
Paul. You close your eyes and you just imagine.
It's
well,
exactly
because
right. I said you
the
got to squint.
the price increase on oxtails, what I've done is I will buy like 2 packs of oxtail, and then I'll use stewed chunks of beef to make the soup
Okay.
full, because them price gouging us. They didn't even want the food to begin
Right,
with.
right.
They
Now,
threw it and slop at us, and then we perfected the recipe,
now
and
it's a
then all of
delicacy.
a sudden it's a delicacy. They can take that and shove that. Oh, I'm so
Now, you know
mad.
what? Somebody now to all the creators that are out here, comic book heads and all that. You guys somebody needs to do a comic book. This is my pitch. Somebody needs to do a comic book about the history of Southern cuisine, and just do a comic book on it because it's really a whole story. Shout out to Angel for bringing that up. It's really a whole story behind all of that. Go to Netflix and just check out some of the shows and documentaries about food. It'll blow your mind. To your point, oxtails are hovering around where I'm at, somewhere like $15 to $18 for like 4 little small oxtails, like 4.
You should be able to buy like
A
massive
trough.
amounts of it for
You could buy
nothing.
a trough of oxtails for $20.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Look.
Yesterday's prices is not today's.
To your point, Rich, you know who'd be perfect to write that and make it epic? Tim Fielder.
Mm.
Imagine him doing that.
Yeah, he would go in with that. Speaking of which, did you guys listen to I posted a link that David Walker, he did a book, Big Jim and the White Boy. But David Walker and the artists were interviewed by NPR, talking about that book. And basically it is a retelling of the, Mark Twain story, Huckleberry Finn. And I found that to be very, very interesting. And they got into it a little bit about the N-word. And so David was kind of like, it's important to just understand that, this is part of the history. So us retelling this, we're not going to whitewash it, or we're not going to dilute what was considered, because Mark Twain is considered literature. And so since it's considered literature or whatever, right? We can do revisionist history, we can do a retelling. Someone needs to really, man. Well, I think somebody didn't. This Angel, you may know this. Didn't a sister do a book called The Wind and Gone? I think that's the name of it. It was kind of a retelling of Gone with the Wind.
The
For
wind
real.
done gone.
The Wind and Gone.
The
I
wind
think that's
done
the name of
Yeah.
it. For real. Real talk.
I do not recall.
You just made that up.
No, it's a real book.
It's a real book. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Listen,
Alice Randall.
see, we be knowing these things over here. See, look what the shirt say, Paul.
That's what I do. I read
comics.
Who
And I know
who designed that shit? Who designed that shit?
That's what's up.
Yeah, there was a
Warren
lawsuit.
says, "When done gone, yes, the Margaret Mitchell estate sued her to block publication.
That's
Claim
crazy.
copyright infringement. Look at that."
Yeah.
All right. So I was talking about what we got going on.
Mm-hmm.
There is since we formed Black Comic Lords, there's one interview that I've had at the top of my list that I've said from day one is my goal. Like, if they said you could only do one more interview and then you're done, this would probably be it. Because, Dwayne McDuffie and Mark D. Bright are not here. Next week we'll be interviewing the GOAT, Dennis Cowan. Yeah.
After this, ladies and gentlemen, it's all downhill.
Literally.
Oh, don't say that.
No, we got some more stuff cooking.
I'm just saying, Angel. You know how it is. You go to. Have you ever had Kobe steak?
Yes.
It's hard to eat Kobe steak,
and then
somebody offer you some Salisbury steak.
And you're like, no, this ain't gonna work. This ain't it.
It's just like it's the GOAT. It's the GOAT. Okay, not a GOAT, because this generation like to make everybody a GOAT and a legend. Say people be rapping 2 years. Oh, he's a GOAT. No, he not. He ain't been around. This is a legitimate all-star 5-bar general of comic book artistry.
Oh, no, he has a Kickstarter right now?
Yes.
I got the early bird.
The Kickstarter book is coming out. It's called The Art of the Graphic Samurai, The Art of Dennis Cowan, being written by Michael. Why am I drawing a blank on his last name? Stratford. Stratford. Thank you. I don't know. It's late night. So yeah, we're gonna talk to him about his career in comics. Get your questions ready. This is a once in a 3-year opportunity, apparently. So that's how long it's taken for us to get him. And I've been trying the entire 3 years since Black Comic Lords has started to get him on the show. So it's finally coming through. So I'm really excited about this and humbled to be able to do this and bring it to all y'all. This guy is like personally important to me for reasons I'll talk about next week. But yeah, make sure y'all come through. It's going to be a big one.
Yep. All I can say is we have, done some cool interviews and have had some great interactions with a lot of creators. I think everybody is going to be excited to see this. I've seen Dennis Cowan do interviews and be in documentaries, but to have him on Black Comic Lords and to talk about, you know what I'm saying, his career, which extends far beyond Milestone. A lot of people know him primarily for the Milestone stuff, but this is a guy that has done Batman. This is a guy that has done The Question. This is a guy that is held in high esteem among the best. You know, white guys like Dennis Count. Okay, I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? This guy when he shows up in Ho's Court, you know what I'm saying, it's a big deal. So I am very, very happy that Black Comic Lords has been able to secure this. Shout out to Paul for being able to, push after this kind of like white whale, if I could say it like that. Because and I'm joking about it's all downhill, but y'all gonna get some Kobe beef next week. That's all I'm saying. It's gonna be kind of hard to be enthusiastic, Paul. What's your name? Real Black Comics. We just started. We got half an issue done.
Why you gotta be like that? You're gonna scare everybody away. Don't do that.
We got art done by my little daughter. You know what I'm saying? She did a variant cover
Art
for us.
done by my daughter. Come on, man. That's just.
These are just jokey jokes. These are just jokes.
They are just jokey jokes, but
Just
sometimes they have a little bit of truth in it.
This is a big one, but I promise you guys, we have some other interviews after Dennis Cowan that are also pretty significant.
Yes.
One in particular that we just booked yesterday that I'm really excited about and been trying to get here for a while. You guys are gonna like that. You guys are gonna like that one. Trust me. We got some stuff coming for y'all. Y'all just don't know.
Paul, you like to put stuff out there, but not tell people.
He likes to open these can of worms and then put his hand over it without, actually.
Why would you do something like that, Paul?
Hey, look, I'm telling you. And I'll give you a clue. Like we've talked about that. This person we've been looking forward to having this person on the show, and this person is excited to be here on the show.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And has some things to say that's gonna. It might break the Black Comic Lord internet. I'll just say that.
Probably overdue to be broken.
I almost gave it away.
Don't say anything. I've said too much already.
Yeah.
But we're cooking.
Yeah. So,
anything else anyone else have?
No, that's about it, partner. Oh yeah, shout out to all of y'all out there who are supporting the channel. All of you guys who are out there supporting Black Comic Lords on Facebook, on our Instagram, TikTok. Herschel is out there just clowning. He put out the short that he did with Falcon. If he took Sam Wilson, if he took the Super Soldier serum, you know what I'm saying? And if I close my eyes, I thought it was Jimmy the Greek talking. He didn't exactly get racial, but that element was very much in the room. But shout out, that's our guy, man. He keeps it humming on TikTok. So yeah. But speaking of that, man, I'm actually I had all the issues. Did you read the Captain America and Falcon run by Christopher Priest, Paul?
Captain America and Falcon run. I'm pretty sure I have. Yeah. That was a while ago.
Yeah, it's a while ago. If anybody, and the reason why I bring this up is because it had been a long time, and I think I gave those books away.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was in the shop a couple of days ago, and I picked up issue number 7. So I'm gonna try to go ahead and just, try to get the books back. That's the crazy thing about being a comic head. You'll get a book, a run, and you'll either give it away or sell it or whatever. It's like, you know what, I don't want to read that again. Then you back in the shops trying to find the book in. So anyway, but a lot of people don't know the origin of Sam Wilson. Which
one? Which
one? The Snap Wilson.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. For those of y'all that don't know, the Falcon. The Falcon was a PIMP. And that it gets brought up in that run. Now he's clearly not that anymore or whatever, right? But at that time he was once known as Snap Wilson. Now I don't know if it was because he was gorilla pimping Paul, and he.
I can't.
That doesn't get a disclaimer. Out here talking about gorilla pimping.
Like what? Is there stripper poles involved? Like what are we talking about?
Sorry, I'm slow. I'm slow.
If I meet a pimp named Snap, it's like, bro, why they call you Snap? Because I snaps on him.
What did a 5 fingers say to the face?
Wow.
But look, I mean, but that's one of the origin stories of Sam Wilson. We know that he's from Harlem and he was a social worker or whatever, but one of the origin stories of Sam Wilson, he was a pimp. It was the reason why Dwayne McDuffie and them guys at Milestone did the spoof that they did. Because the history of some of our characters is not flattering.
Origins of many black superheroes lie in criminal behavior. Storm, Luke Cage, Prowler, Falcon, all criminal histories.
All felons. But y'all can't get enough though. Y'all can't get enough. We got enough superheroes. Like the origin stories of some of these characters is not flattering. But that's the history. That's the timeline. It is what it is. So, but anyway, it's time to go. We've had fun with you guys tonight. Shout out to all of y'all, man. Shout out to all of y'all. Y'all stay tuned Sunday night, Real Talk with Rich. And we will get into some business about when woke goes wrong.
When woke goes, you need to rename that episode. When woke goes wide awake.
Wide awake.
Say, y'all gonna learn to stop running to the internet. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
No one's gonna stop. They gonna keep coming.
Oh man. But anyway, y'all take care. God bless. We'll see you when we see you.
Black Comic Lords, we got you.